What's going on, guys? Welcome back to today's video. I'm bringing you season 3 map callouts for rank play on Barrage and Grind. I'm mainly making this video towards my teammates, so a lot of these callouts are probably gonna be different from what the pros and other people use, but these are what I'm gonna use, and I hope that we're gonna use these. I'm sure some of these might change depending on how the game just flows and stuff because it's brand new, but this is a good basis for us to start out on. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna call this Palms because it's a palm tree, obviously. This is just gonna be, I guess this could be like log. So we're gonna call this log. I don't know if anyone's really gonna sit here, but yeah, call this log. I'm gonna call this mini because it's a mini tractor compared to a big tractor. So we're gonna call this mini. This obviously is gonna be P5 because it's the 5th hard point. So we're just gonna call this P5. You can only get, interesting fact, you can only get on this part of the whole tractor or whatever you want to call this thing. You cannot get anywhere else on this big plow. You can only jump up here and get on this little part. This is pretty much it. So we could call this plow, or we could call this rails or wheels. I mean, it's not really wheels, but I don't know what we want to call this. You guys leave a comment on what you guys think this should be called. There's something cool. If you want to use a sick heady, you can lay down right here under it and you can like get the sick off angle. Little head glitch right there on the little. Jumping into the next one, this is going to be Little Rock. Or just Little. Call this Little because it's a little and a big rock. That's why I called the tractor Mini. I couldn't use Little because that's already taken for this rock. So it's going to be Little. The tractor over there is going to be Mini. This is going to be Big Rock because it's the big rock. Coming up to Tower. So this whole area is going to be Tower because it's a big tower right here. Coming back towards this way, it's going to be Gate right here because there's a gate. This whole area over here where I'm at right now is going to be called Flag because there's a flag. I like flag call out for this. This is just going to be Hop Up, like flag hop up. Or you just call it Hop Up. This is going to be Truck because this is pretty much the only truck in the map. There's one other one, but I have a different call out for it. This is going to be Truck. And then this is obviously P1 in the middle. This is going to be Water. Like this whole little roundabout below Blue. This is Blue, by the way. It's going to be called Water because it's clean water right there. So this whole little, if someone's down here, they're pushing up. You say he's pushing up bottom blue, or he's pushing up from water to blue window. Say that. Coming over here, this is going to be called, oh, this is P3. I was going to call this Beds, but it's already P3 because there's a lot of beds in here because it's a barracks room. So, but yeah, just P3. Little Rock. This could be, I actually didn't think about this. This one could be like Waterfall, even though it's no water here. I don't know what we're gonna call this yet. You guys leave a comment if you have a good call out for this spot. It's called Hill, but can't say hill in hardpoint because that don't make sense. These little blue barrels, people sit here. We're gonna call these showers because it's 2 showers here. So just shower for these barrels. I don't want to call those barrels because this is gonna be called barrel right here. Because a lot of people sit here and watch this cross coming pushing through. So that's gonna be barrel. That's gonna be shower. Showers. Right here, I want to call this hoop. Because there's a basketball hoop right here and we are hoopers. So this is gonna be hoop. Anyone sitting in the sniper tower is gonna be a hoop. He's hoop. I mean, back here there's pretty much no reason to call this out. Just back hoop, I guess. There's no reason we should ever have to call this out. This I want to call this comms, but you're never really gonna be like back here taking gunfights like from back here unless you're maybe in search or something. So it just makes a lot more sense to call this building yellow because it's bright yellow. So we're gonna call that yellow. Jeep, you could call Jeep right here because I mean front yellow Jeep, either one works. This I want to call this tent because it's the only tent really that has this like triangle effect. There's other tents, but I feel like this is like the most used tent, so call this tent. I thought about calling it rugs too, but I think tent just suits it better because most people aren't going to see the rugs. They're going to see the tent and think of that first. So Call that tent, hoop, Jeep, yellow. Leading up to going up to blue right here. Everyone knows blue, blue window. Call this connector. I like connector for this. This whole thing, so like basically from these all the way up to blue is just gonna be connector. And then you got blue like corner or blue fire barrel. I don't know. This is another tent. What did I want to call this? Oh, crates. I want to call this crates because there's a lot of crates in here. So I don't want to call this rockets because I'm gonna call some over there rockets. But so we're gonna call this crates because there's a lot of crates in here. Flag. This is flag again. And then coming down, we can just go side crates or outer crates for this. This is gonna be P4. No, P2. My bad. This is P2 right here. So this whole, or like this cover is basically awning is just going to be outer. Call this whole thing outer, and then outer steps right here. And then this is going to be missiles because there's a lot of missiles here. So call this whole thing missiles. P4 is going to be right here, this area. This was the other truck I was talking about on the map, but it's not really going to be that useful. So I want to call this, because there's a big trunk right here. Plus it's the back of the truck, which is a trunk. I want to call this like little corner. If people are sitting here, I want to call this trunk or trunks. Either one. But yeah, probably not get used that often. Maybe in S&D or something. Maybe hardpoint when they're holding this P4. But yeah, call this trunk because there's two trunks. And yeah, this is just P4. All this is just P4. So yeah, missiles, outer, P2. The only really useful spots down here is sitting behind the gun on P2, which is obvious. And then you could sit behind these missiles, but I don't really know what we could call this. Leave a comment if you guys have a good call out spot for this. P2 heady maybe. Oh, this is going to be missiles or window. Missiles window. Or I don't know. If you guys have a better call out for this spot, let me know too. And no, we're not calling it upper gun pit. Yeah, this is just gonna be connector. So leading up to connector right here. This spot could be under crates, like bottom crates, because you just sit in bottom crates. Which again, this is gonna be crates. And then going up side crates again. Hop up. We can just call this storage because I mean that's what Call of Duty calls it. Yeah, I think that about covers it, guys. Let me know if I missed anything. I don't think I did. But yeah, let me know if I missed anything or if you have better suggestions for callouts in the comment section. All right, on to grind. All right, welcome back, guys. We are now on grind, and callouts for this are going to be very simple. It's not too much to it. Back here, we're going to call this a street. This is going to be green car. These are going to be flowers because a lot of people sit up here on these flowers. This is going to be called flowers. This little heady right here. This little heady watching the flank right here is going to be grass because there's grass in it. You can watch this both ways. Bam, grass, easy. All right, in here is going to be bathroom, obviously. In here, bathroom window. Watching that. Also watching over there. Little bathroom window. Not too complicated. Over here, you could just call this like bathroom creddy or like front bathroom in the corner. Something like that. Not too many people sit there. This little heady, we could call this... This is usually where I go to chow people on that heady right there. So you could just call this grass heady too. I mean, it's going to be situational based on... You're either going to spawn over here or you're going to spawn over there. So if you say he's grass heady, obviously your teammates are going to know which grass heady we're talking about. 9 times out of 10. This is going to be P1 right here. So it's all P1. Oh, I didn't think about this spot. We could call this tent because it's kind of like a tent coming over. I don't want to call this U because I already have another U spot. If you guys have a better call out for this, let me know. Could call this quarter too, but there's a lot of quarter pipes. Yeah, I just want to call it tent for now. But like I said, just leave a comment down if you guys have a better one. This is going to be single because it's the only single door on the map that you can actually use. So we're going to call this singles, and this one's going to be doubles. And these are the only 3 doors on the map. I'm 90% sure. So doubles, single, middle, hop up to the hop up window. This little ramp is just going to be called TV because there's a TV here. So this whole like side area right here is just going to be TV. Coming into the store, and you got store window. And then this is going to be store stairs coming down. Let me go back this way real quick. So store, this is going to be P2. Yeah, P2. And then we got, we're just going to call this lockers, this little spot, because it's in between the lockers. So this is going to be lockers.
Hard point located.
A lot of people will sit here. And if they're spawning over there, a lot of people will sit here and just kind of shimmy this. This is just going to be middle, like P2, or yeah, P2 heady, I guess we could call it. P2 heady, watching hop out window, whatever. All right, let's go back this way. Green car, obviously. I think I already said that. This, we can call this cones in front of this van. We can just call this cones. It's going to be very situational. Maybe S&D only will need this. Then coming over here, I just want to call all of this, well, like this part, I guess, outer, because I don't know what to call this. No idea. Call it bike, I guess. I don't know. Bikes. It's coming bikes. I don't know. Leave a comment if you guys have a better suggestion. This whole little square building, I want to call it ledges or hedges because it's surrounded by hedges for the most part. This is going to be called van. Call that van. This can be trash heady, so trash cans. And then this heady over here is going to be buckets. Bucket heglet, buckies, or buckets. Because there's 2 buckets right here. Then obviously this is P3. Going up to stands. Call this stands. And then back stands. Behind stands. This is going to be speakers because it's the speaker heady. And also they could use the stands heady right here. So just like stands heady. Throw on this. This hole from there to here, I just kind of want to call long. Because it's like pretty long, like straightaway. So I'll call this long. And that way this call, because I didn't really know what to call this or that head glitch. So now we can just call it long heady. And kind of like the grass heady over there, both of them. It's just going to be very situational. So you call both of these long heady, depending on what side you're on. And then your teammates should know. This is going to be ramp coming up to soda. Call this soda because there's 2 soda machines. So then he's soda, top soda, whatever. Coming down from ramp. Coming this whole area right here is going to be doubles because it's these double doors. And there's 2 sodas. There's 2 more double doors. So yeah, this whole area is just doubles. Doubles window, double doors, middle, single door. All right. Almost done with this map. This was pretty quick. This plat, call this plat up here. A lot of people are going to sit up here, watch P1 and watch single. Call this plat. This is long heady again. On long heady. I don't have one for this. Could be short heady, I guess. Because it's shorter distance than that to there. So we call this short heady. This is P4, I believe. Yeah, I think this is P4. There's only 4 hills in this map. So this is going to be U right here because it's... I don't know, I feel like we just call anything you kind of run in a circle a U. So we're going to call this U. A lot of people are going to sit here and watch that. This... I don't know what to call this, actually. If you guys have a good idea what we should call this and this heady, leave a comment down below. Because I don't know. That pretty much covers it. Oh, this is going to be pipe. This whole thing. Just call it pipe. I thought what would have been sick is if you could have like hopped out the map here. Ran outside the map route and jumped up here. But you can't jump up here. I even tried going like this and diving out. Or even hopping out too. You just... It won't let you out. See, that was my body. You can't get out. So... I thought you could like try and go out of the map right here, which would have been sick if you could hit this route, but it won't let you jump it. Would have been cool though, COD. Would have been cool. But yeah, that about covers it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment any future videos you guys want me to do. I'm always up for suggestions. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. See you boys next time. I'm out. Deuces.